See, we in a serious time. This is the times of the last warnings, giving all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom, Labakarim, Shah Yasha'Allah, that's peace to the elect of the nation of Israel. We are in the times of the last warnings. You know, woke up this morning. It's a beautiful day. About to go for my walk. You know, but the Spirit was on me to do this video here. Call Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for giving me the Spirit to do this video right before my walk. But this comes from, I seen this is a short from the elder at the main camp in NYC. I'm a one Gabar. His page is GMS Awakening 144. All right, look like this went up an hour ago. Pete, what Jake was told. You know, and we're gonna listen. Confessions of an Uber driver, man. You know, and I'm gonna just say this here before I play this. You people are running out of time. You people are running out of time. And when I say that, those that haven't fully came over to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and repented, you know, and placed yourself at the foot of our Lord. The scriptures say, kiss the Son before it's too late, before he gets angry. And the Lord is angry. And this fierce anger we about to see, Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, this is going to be wow. Ain't going to be no more days like this. You know, you come outside and, you know, the birds are chirping, the spring weather. It's about to be tanks on these streets. Chaos. Cars burning. Women screaming all night. Children screaming, crying all night. The internet shut down. Grid attacks. Terrorist attacks. I mean, you name it. People disobeying the law, disobedient to their governors, their mayors. Gangs running the street, supermarkets looted, banks emptied, ATMs dragged down the street, gas stations overran. It's about to be all hell, all out chaos that's about to hit these streets. You've been warned.
I pick my passengers up, I let them talk. And if it involves me, I'm going to jump in it. This one didn't involve me. This is that one time I'm jump right in on the conversation. And I think y'all might want to stick around and hear this motherfucker through. I picked up an elderly white couple in their mid to late 70s. Well, the fuck to do. When I say well to do, we ain't talking hundreds of thousands. I'm pretty sure in the upper millions. Trust me on this shit here. They were here in New Orleans, conducting business. In other words, getting rid of businesses that they own. Finalizing that shit. On their way to California. I just dropped them off the airport. To finalize the last properties they own in this country. How do I know? They on there talking to their daughter. She's in London on her way to Canada to dispose of whatever business they got going on out there. So now Unc is a little curious. I'm curious as a motherfucker. So I just asked and listen, I don't want to get in y'all business, but is something going on? I said, I know we talking about the war and all of this, and I hear y'all flying around getting rid of stuff. The wife didn't say nothing, but she looked at her husband, he looked at her. The man told me, he said, listen, all I can tell you is this here. Just get you and your family together. I said, sir, listen, I hear this on TikTok. I hear it all the time. I said, I know prices are going high. That man said, this ain't got nothing to do with prices. Just get your families in line. If you can, try to put things together to manage at least a minimum of 6 months to take care of you and your family. So I said, is it going to be that serious? That man told me, what's your worst nightmare? What's the worst thing you ever thought could happen to you? That's why I can't think offhand. He said, anything that you ever thought was the worst could happen to you, put that 10 times that amount.
Damn,
said,
and that confirms what we've been warning you about Jacob's trouble. Now, you do have a lot of insiders. Like you said, these are multimillionaires. They're moving. There's no escape from what's coming, but, you know, These insiders that know what's going on while you complaining about, they ain't put ketchup on your burger and shit, and you try to get, your little ducats together so you can release some stress in Florida and travel around the world on a lima bean budget, right? The people that actually matter in society, the middle management that get things going, the vassals, they moving, man. And they ain't going to turn around and tell you, a blue-collar worker, what's going on. You find out at the end because you think you so important. You think you better than the next guy because you got a more expensive car, or you might know a little something. But what you don't know is these scriptures and these prophecies. What you don't know is Yahweh and his son Yahushua. What you don't know is that spiritual power is about to be handed out to the Lord's elect for strict protection when this thing go down. You heard what that guy said? He said, whatever you thought 10 times worse. That's because they know something. And it ain't just the war. Like he said, Jacob's trouble. They know all hell is about to break loose from these bankers, man. They know the system is about to switch. Everything is about to go digital. And it's not going to be an easy switch. It's going to be a hard switch. They hearing things. And they've been getting, and it reminds you of that movie, Leave the World Behind, when the guy was telling the woman about his hedge fund buddy that he had, and he told him to liquidate everything. And he said, this is not a game. Y'all know what part I'm talking about. This is Jeremiah 30, verse 6. Ask you now and see whether a man do a travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail? And all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great. Like he said, 10 times is worse. It's your greatest fear. What the imagination can stretch. Because this is going to involve robots, AI technology, tracking system, drones, militias, foreign troops is on American soil. The FBI is warning that. They're warning. They showed you a lot in that movie, Leave the World Behind, man. A lot. And this thing is happening. It says, it is even a time of Jacob's trouble. What that man was describing, whether he knew it or not, was prophetic. And we are in a countdown right now. We in a countdown to all hell breaking loose. But he shall be saved out of it. Now, how's the Lord going to protect his elect when his trouble start? We're going to finish that video. How the Lord going to protect his elect? This is Daniel 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, who is like God. Mayaka Allah is going to stand up, and the rest of the angels, and they're going to protect us. They're going to give us power. These orbs, these UFOs, we looking for divine intervention. I know it sounds lame because the churches misuse the word miracle and divine help, but we will receive it. I believe it. We receiving it now. All this information, we getting it Front Street. Now we getting it Front Street. How much more when the lights go out and all hell is breaking loose and the food and water dries up and the trouble start when people can't even sleep because it's too cold or it's too hot or you're too scared to move. You've been warned. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, 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 trouble. And these multimillionaires, they know all your stars. Rick Ross talking about moving to New Zealand. Like these entertainers, actors, everybody's fleeing. And here you go, you sitting here complaining about $1. Man, I'm telling you, Jake about to get hurt. It says, such as never was seen, there was a nation, even to the same time. At that time, thy people shall be delivered, which is the Lord's chosen. Everyone that is found written in the Lord's book of life and call law, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ratazah. I hope I'm one of them men that's written in that book of life. Because whatever this couple knew, this shit don't sound good, man.
tell you these things to scare you. And I don't want you to be afraid because there's no reason to be afraid. What's going to happen is going to happen. Now, I'm listening to this man telling me this shit. And he said, but since you asked, just get you and your family in line. So I'm telling everybody out here, some shit is going on. Because these people here trust and believe me. If y'all would have saw, you know I'm not bullshitting about these. These motherfuckers is up there some fucking way. I don't know what the fuck they do. But I do know they getting rid of shit for a reason. And when that man told me a minimum of 6 months to get my shit lined up for that little time, guess what? A minimum of 2 motherfucking years. My shit is going to be lined up. I don't give a fuck if you call me paranoid or hallucinating. I'm following motherfucking suit, and I think y'all need to do the same thing.
Yeah, so things are about to go down. The action is about to start. Things about to take place. Take this as a warning. The Passover is next week. You got weeks before the Lord pulls the hammer. It's time for the Lord to work. You know, this was a serious, message that came down the pipeline. Call Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for the elder, blowing the trumpet. Once again, you can, just the elder's page right here. GMS Awakening 144. Shalom to you and all the prophets out there in New York City and our apostles. Man, we getting ready, man. This internet thing about to be shut down. We about to go home. This is all that signify. We out of here, man. This is just a matter of time, giving all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Shalom.